All right, I was getting a little concerned with this. I had hooked up the cable to it, spun it, and it was kind of making a noise at high RPM. I have since modified, I cut the cable. I was talking to Chris about it, and he was saying that it's very important that you get the cable inserted into here properly, like so, and seat that. So it's possible it just wasn't seated right. But anyway, there's my cable now. It's this short. It makes it a lot easier to handle because the old one was sort of shaped in a U and it's flopping all over the place and just, I don't know, it's kind of ugly. Okay, so I'm gonna hold all this stuff on the back tight, start spinning it. It's spinning beautifully. I'm not hearing any noises anymore. So I think maybe that was the issue. I just didn't have it seated right. Next, I want to pop this guy off so that I can paint this. I'm gonna have to tape that. And then here's my big dilemma. You can see how kind of the paint's chipped and it's a light rust, I guess, in there. And I bought these decals. Let's just see what we got. Oh, wow. I could put new numbers and stuff on there too, I guess. Let's see what it says. Thank you for your purchase. In order to get the best from our quality product, it's important to use proper preparation and technique during the installation process. To assist you, we have provided detailed instructions as well as a quick start version entitled Instructions for People Who Don't Read Instructions in the support section of our website at premium-decals.com. Please feel free to contact us for support. If you still need assistance, we are here to help. I guess I better go to that website. The instructions say to remove this by turning counterclockwise. I don't think it's threaded. I think just by turning it this way, you don't mess it up and have your 0 mph stuck over here somewhere. I'm just kind of cleaning everything with thinner. I'm not going to follow the instructions exactly. It does say to sand everything lightly. It also says to repaint everything with black Krylon. I'm not going to do that. I guess that's just to cover the areas where the sticker's not going to be. But it does say make sure it's really clean and rust-free. Don't know that it's going to be completely rust-free, but I'm just going to clean it with thinner so it's got a nice clean surface to stick to. And we'll see if I regret it or not. Oh boy. Well, there you go. Did it. Well, that was kind of scary. And I don't have any wrinkles. That stuff is really sticky, so I was kind of concerned that, you know, this thing over time might peel away. And, you know, all I did was clean it. I didn't sand it. You know, if I had a rustier one, you know, like that one's pretty bad. This one's kind of crusty too. I think I probably would have sanded it, but I was a little hesitant to go sand it all down, and then, I don't know. I think even if I started with the sticker and had to peel it, it would peel the face off of it anyway, and I'd probably have to resand it anyhow. So anyway, it looks pretty good. Now do I pull the odometer back out? I guess I should. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little inclined. I don't know what to do. Let me see. All right. This is the Speedo that came out of the very crusty dash. It doesn't turn stuck. Actually, maybe what I will do is take this guy back out, try to reface him, and if it looks disastrous, I'll use the odometer from this one because I already zeroed this one out too. All right. Guess I can re-zero it while I'm here, huh? Well, not bad, I suppose. It's just overlapping by a hair. Maybe not. Might be because when I was pulling on it, it stretched it a little bit. I guess once it's in the cluster, you're not really going to see that very much. Might as well try everything, right? I don't like touching the stickers, but my fingers are pretty dry and they're pretty clean. I mean, I'm sure they're stained, but they are clean. I thought I had tweezers here and I can't find them. So like, to get these things on here straight, I have to touch them a little bit, you know? The stickers do seem to be somewhat forgiving, you know? It seems like they stick really good, but it's not like, you know, like you could peel it back up there a little bit like that. And I don't feel like, you know, the stickiness is going away once it touches something. So I think we're gonna be okay. It's looking pretty freaking good. I mean, all that makes it look brand new. All right, last one. This is the worst one. So inside of here, there's like this little guy here. It's like a brush, spring loaded, and it's rubbing against this thing. And I think that's why that one's all worn out. That's the side that's on. Kind of want to bend this out of the way so it's not touching anymore. I think it's not going to touch anymore, hopefully. Probably seemed like a good idea at the time, but yeah, I don't know. Look at it. It's just worn that first one out. And I assume that's just vibration from the car. It's not necessarily from rolling over. All right, going back in, all those little guys need to hook onto this. Hopefully you can see that when we get up close. Okay. All right, see all those little guys? They need to hook onto this guy here. See in there? They're all hooked. Check the opposite side, make sure that they're all even. If one of them's cockeyed a little bit, then you missed. It's either going to be up high or it's going to be down low. So, but make sure they are all hooked in there. Put this clip back on, pretty easy. So there's the clip. See all these guys are hooked on that plate. Double check over here that they're all even. They are. So good to go. I painted the needle. Let me go. Oh, look at that. It went over to the 2/10 spot, just popping it in, but no big deal. I also think maybe I got this sticker on just a little bit crooked. I'm not going to worry about it, but if that bothered you, they gave you a couple spares, so I could take it back off and re-peel it just to move it that little tiny bit, but I'm not gonna. All right, let's get the needle back on. I think I'll spin it around a few times, hopefully loosen up everything. All right, clock doesn't work. I went ahead and just put in 440 for the time. It'll be that forever. And this, I don't know what you would call this, but basically the turn signal light goes through it. It's supposed to go here. This one's broken, so pull this off of the other set there. There is an angle on that. See that? So make sure you have it pointing in the right direction. Okay, there's that. Something else I learned, these clusters have this piece here. And I did not know that because the dash I had, the junky one, didn't have it. And the one that I bought, this one, it didn't have it either. And the one I bought from Chris didn't have it. Chris ended up having one, so he hooked me up with this piece. Basically, it's gonna go in here and the screws from here and here are gonna hold it in place. It creates like a tab across here so that when you put the cluster on, or the dash cover, you see those little grooves in there. Basically that helps support the plastic so it doesn't droop or sag over time. Pretty stoked to get that back on there. Also bought a new light switch, so that one's brand new. Hopefully, I think it works. My wiper motor, I just kind of put the multimeter on it and just was checking for continuity and throwing the switch around. And the one that was in here, which I don't know where it is right now at the moment, but it wasn't working. Well, and these two dashes didn't have switches in it, but the one that Chris gave me to take the parts I need from did. And so I took the wiper motor switch from that one to put in here, and it appears to be working. I am getting continuity through it and stuff, so I think it's okay. So I'm gonna have to square up with Chris because, you know, the original plan was I was just gonna take the oil pressure and fuel gauge from this cluster, and I ended up taking that plus the switch. And I think I took the alternator gauge from it too, because maybe I took it from this one, I don't know. I don't remember, but at any rate, I'm gonna owe him some more money, or I mean, I have to give this back to him. Back to what I'm getting at, my cluster is pretty much done. I'm not gonna worry about the clock. Can't find them, unobtainium. None of them work, it seems to me. And I'm just completely over it. I don't care that the clock doesn't work. I just want to get this back in the car and move on. This good cluster, the nice cluster, was missing the brake lens. The crappy cluster I had it, so I took it out and put it in this one. Like every time I touch this thing, it's getting a little bit nicer, which is good. But I am getting kind of impatient. I just want this thing to be done. Okay, so we got to get this tab here to go underneath these guys here. There we go. I have to show you this in case you're dealing with this. See this guy here? So the cast, I guess aluminum piece, has this feature that basically goes into the pocket of the plastic cover. So I had to pull this guy. I had to pull it this way, right? All the way up against this guy here. And what I did was I stuck the screwdriver in here like so to basically pry the plastic this direction to get it to go over that sleeve. So let me show you on clusters that's in pieces what I'm talking about. So it's basically right here where that oil light is. This piece right here, the plastic is going to go over that. It was wanting to go on this side, it has to go on this side. Oh shit. This one does have that metal piece. This is the crappy one. Okay, well, good to know. Sure I had it on right. Yeah, looks right. Anyway, there's that pocket, basically. Basically, that thing needs to slide into that pocket for everything to seat properly. Okay, so that goes the top side like that. But then this metal piece needs to go into that slot there. And you can see that plastic piece. So start here, that like that. And then it goes over like that. There, like that. Cool. All right. Hopefully you saw that. All right, so this is going to be a good picture or good piece of video here to show you the correct position of this thing. This has to go on top, not on this side, on that side. Same here, it's going to go on the top side. This metal piece, the strip, has to go into that groove, and then this aluminum piece here is going to go inside that plastic pocket. So I'm going to pull it off now so you can see. Let me back out a little bit. There. Okay. So hopefully you got that. I don't want to take it back out on my finished one there because you can see this is kind of a pain and I don't want to break anything. There. 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 I'm trying to do this with one hand too. It's kind of a pain. Anyway, I think you got the idea. There's 4 screws on the top, and there's 4 screws on the bottom. Okay, I'm just going to show you where the 8 screws are, so if you're putting your own back together, you know where they are. There's one there, one there, one there, one there. That's the 4 on the top. Then down to the bottom, there's one there. There's one here. There's one here. And there's one there. Okay? And again, just showing you this metal piece. I wire wheeled it to clean it up, and then I painted it argent so it doesn't rust again. But it's gonna go, you got these basically 3 prongs. It goes underneath there, gets sandwiched between the plastic cover and it. And in my particular case, the plastic boss that was here is broken, so there's not really much I could do about it. And then this piece goes into that groove, and then down below you've got this piece here that sticks up. This is where the brake light is. It basically goes into a square hole there. And again, this is on top, this is next, then the plastic piece, and then this tab, or this metal piece, goes into these little grooves that are in here. Something I'm gonna do right now too is to put this little knob back on for the clock to change the time. There it goes. It's basically like hollow, and it's got two flat sides on it so that it locks onto the threaded rod. And then this little guy is kind of like a nut or a cap. It basically screws onto the threads of the rod. There's the cluster,